Where you from? As you stand, I just hate you.
She lost concentration.
So why this use concentration? We're about to find out in this video, and not only that, but also the story behind the meme and the story behind the actor himself. Now, if you're new here and you enjoy these videos, then do leave a like on them. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section and consider subscribing. Now let's get into the video. In the video, you see a guy saying, "Susan, you are loose, you are too loose," and then you hear the line, "She lost concentration." But where did this meme originate from? Well, let's get into where the meme originated from, the origin of the meme. The meme comes from a Nollywood movie called War Games, produced by Simon Nollywood TV. At the time of writing this script, it's unknown who really started the first memes about this. It's unknown who first posted the short clip and added the text on it. But what I do know is that the movie was uploaded to Simone Nollywood TV's YouTube channel in 2018, and it's quite a long movie, broken down into 4 parts, each about an hour long, which means that the movie overall is 4 hours long. Now, the movie, however, is clearly produced much earlier than 2020. Or even 2018, obviously. It's actually produced sometime in the year 2006. I mean, it's clear that it's produced much earlier than 2018 based on the camera quality, the style of dressing, and even the equipment, the technology used in the movie, such as the phones and the TVs. But anyway, overall, I can personally say that it's quite an interesting movie. It's one of those movies that you start off watching casually and then you just keep watching until you realize they're trying to make it. Anyway, the plot of the movie is basically you have a group of bad boys doing bad stuff, as you do, I guess, and you have a leader whose name is Tornado, who's the guy whose family is rich, and his dad, for some reason, was going to pay 3 million naira to free his son from jail, along with his goons. I mean, with 3 million naira, you can do quite a lot of things with it, and you think that his father would want to free him alone or try to sort of separate him and his goons. But instead, his father just frees them and allows them to mingle together again. Now, I'm just saying, if you have planned to release your son, you might as well leave his goons behind, or try to separate the cults. But anyway, I'll digress. Now you have Silencer, who's the brains in the group. He's the calm one. He quotes Bible as you do when you're in a group of bad boys, and you're also a bad boy in the bad boys group. And of course, you have Terror, who's the guy who's drunk on the idea of being a bad guy, and he is the guy in our meme. And there's a group of students trying to take them down. And this video isn't explaining the movie or reviewing it. So we're going to look into the life of the guy himself, Terror. Terror is the guy who is in the short clip, the guy saying he lost concentration. So let's get into that part. The actor's name is Mark Morris Ndubueze. He's been inactive in Nollywood scene for quite some time now. Of course, he's a Nollywood actor. Now you might want to watch through this video because there are interesting photos of him that you might want to see or just find interesting. Now he looks different from what he looked since the days of acting as a bad boy in Nollywood movies like War Games and so on. And it's quite interesting, the photos about his transformation. For someone who was a Nollywood bad boy in the early 2000s Nollywood scene, you'd think that he would have a Twitter page or something, but he doesn't seem to have one at the time of writing. And recent news of him are only about how he's changed since days in Nollywood, and it's quite difficult getting information about him. I mean, it's not easy to get videos of him doing interviews, talking about himself and stuff like that. I guess he was trying to keep a more private life because when he was acted in the movie as big as War Game, which was a big movie at the time. It was quite a movie. A lot of people loved it at the time. He just sort of left. I mean, War Game is still a good movie till now. The reason why I'm saying at the time was because I was trying to put in the fact that at the time War Games was released, it was a big movie. Now he just left the Nollywood scene, and no one heard from him again. So I guess that's the reason also why there aren't as much information as you expect about him out there. But from what we know, we can tell by his accent that he's obviously from Igbo and he's obviously from Nigeria. So
He is not in the mood for a ride right now. And they try communicate to, but we go relate.
if you Google the guy's name, or you find articles about him, about how he has transformed, and you see pictures of him back then and now. And I found an article copying on that one word for word. Like, this is the story behind about him now is quite a hot topic about how he is now. So I guess not many people are actually getting more information from him. I mean, there weren't really much information available from him anyway before when he left. I think he most likely left because he wanted to stay away from the public light, something like that, because it's quite difficult to find photos of him. So I find like photos of him while he was away from, or like from Nollywood, like before he became a meme and after he released the movie, sorry, after he acted in the movie, and other similar titles around the early 2000s. Now, if you do have a better luck about finding information about him and stuff like that, obviously public information that he's okay with being out there, then do leave that in the comment section. And or if you read on a website, then feel free to leave that link in the comment section. Anyway, as for the YouTube channel, sorry for the stammering. As for the YouTube channel, Simoni Nollywood TV, it looks like they are still uploading videos. Last video was uploaded 3 months ago at 3.3 thousand views and about 68,000 subscribers at the time of writing. Remember, one of the things we talked about was that we are going to look into why Susan's concentration. I mean, that's literally the thumbnail, why Susan's concentration. So let's get into the next segment. Susan is played by the Nigerian actress Oji Okoye. She was born in London and later moved to live in Lagos with her family. She graduated from the Nnamdi Azikiwe University with a degree in theatre arts. She's a big actress in Nigeria and she acted in the hit series Hotel Majestic, playing the role of Patricia the chambermaid. She was also in the movie Blackberry Babes, which I'm sure a lot of you would probably remember as a title that was laughed at the time because it was released when the brand Blackberry was big in Nigeria. However, you might also remember it as a movie that was a hit, or you might have a negative review towards the movie. But anyway, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So back to why she lost concentration in the movie War Game. So basically, they needed Susan to do something for them, so they had to hold a meeting with Susan to tell her what she needed to do for them, and they paid her 10,000 naira for the activity she was going to carry out for them. However, she wasn't so happy with the money, so while she was leaving the area, while she was leaving the building, the environment where they held the meeting at, she was approached by some anti-cultism group, some of the agents, and they told her to tell them where Tornado was, and she said she didn't know what they're talking about. They told her that they knew she was in a cult group, and she said she doesn't know what they were talking about. She was denying everything. So they showed her a picture and showed her that they were actually onto her for quite some time, and they forced her to act like she was in trouble, to get some of the members to come out and save her. But when Silencer and Terror would come out to save her, they'll find out that she had they are falling for a trap, and she had basically baited them. Now, obviously, they were angry with Susan over this because Tornado also ended up getting arrested. And of course, we talked about Tornado's father paying 3 million naira to free them. This was where he paid 3 million naira to free them because they were trying to nab. So that has been the origin behind the meme. We've looked at the movie it came from, the story behind the actor and actress. We also looked at the reason why Susan lost concentration. We've also gone into the storyline of the movie. Now, if you're looking to create a website, do check out macnoid.com.ng. Link will be in the description. and also the comment section. Now do tell me your thoughts about the video in the comment section, and if you do like this video, then leave a like. If you do enjoy the videos on this channel, then please do consider subscribing, as it helps us produce better videos. Thanks for watching.